Hi everybody, I thought I today would share with you a couple of records I managed to buy for a penny. Bought them for a penny each, so the postage and packaging actually ended up costing me more than the record itself. So they're both by a band called Metal. We have Drop Your Weapon, that's the album there, which was their first album, and Stuntman, which was their second album. Now, I remember seeing Metal years ago. I think it was in 1998 or 1999, and they were supporting Supergrass. And I think me and my friends, or my friends and I should say, I think the only thing that I remember was saying after the gig was we thought they were a bit like Radiohead, and the lead singer looked a bit like someone we knew. That was it. That's what I remembered. But for some reason they popped into my head recently, and I thought, I wonder if I can get hold of some Metal records. And yeah, sure enough, Amazon, new and used, had a couple being sold for a penny, which is a pretty good deal, I think. Can't say no to that. Can't go far wrong with that. I kind of prefer Drop Your Weapon a bit. I would say I'd stand by our original diagnosis that they're a bit like Radiohead, although they're also a bit like Mogwai in some ways. I think if you like bands like Mogwai, you'd probably like Metal. There's some interesting sound effects going on there, some sort of interesting experimental noise with some nice melodies and harmonies and stuff going on as well. Some really good keyboard playing as well, particularly. I think I particularly enjoy the keyboards on these records. It's interesting on Drop Your Weapon. It starts off very spooky, very sort of dark and moody, and I don't know, ambient maybe, is that the word? Starts off like that, but then the second track's all quite upbeat, which is also good. So yeah, so it's good. So I'd stand by my kind of our original Radiohead comparison, but there's a few other acts there. I'd say they're a bit like Mogwai, maybe even a bit like a bit like 65 Days of Static, maybe a little bit, but earlier. But obviously, a band in their own right as well. They've got their own sound, which is pretty good. But yeah, I would certainly recommend Drop Your Weapon. Track listing isn't on the back, it's somewhere inside. Very weird fold out inlay in there. We have album folds out like that, and then this is quite cool. Yeah, the CD comes in a nice little vinyl style insert, which is good. And then we have inlay, which opens out all weird like that. That's pretty good. Stuntman is good as well, but it's a bit more spoken word than singing, and I kind of prefer the singing a bit, to be honest. I don't object to spoken word overall, but for some reason singing, I don't know, I'm a little more on board with that. Maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned or whatever. But yeah, this one does have the track listing. Yeah, very good. So again, there's a kind of Radiohead-ish vibe on that one, but they've probably moved a bit further away from that as well, so they probably were more discovering their own sound by this point. But yeah, going a bit more spoken word. There's still some singing, obviously, but there's a bit more in the way of spoken word, which is good. But some nice sort of spooky, ambient, cerebral, is that a word I can use? Yeah, let's use the word cerebral kind of sounds there. So that's pretty good. I don't know if you can still buy it for a penny. I think I might have got the last couple of copies. But yeah, Metal, everyone. Check them out if you get a chance.